So I have actually been really good friends with Nadia El-Hawari for a couple of years now, and she is both a counselor at Muir High School and a professor with the PCC extension there on campus.
I knew Dr. Gray, who's the principal at Muir, and we decided to approach them just to have a meeting and see what STARS could do in terms of fulfilling some needs. Since coming back from pandemic and being at home, they had seen like the greatest mental health needs that they had seen Dr. Gray said in his 20-some-year career.
I quickly invited her to coffee, and we sat there for hours and just started like brainstorming. You know, I was like, if STARS were to come and say, hey, we want to help you with your girls group, like what would be the best thing? And that's when she said, the one way I get them to come to is with food. So she said, you know, that would be like the main thing, because I just don't have the resources to provide meals, like a good nutritional meal for these girls to like enjoy lunch and you know, spend their time with us. I could just sense she was already feeling this like hope and like encouragement. So that really pumped me up.
We had, I think, 30 girls the first time. It just grew every week. I think every week it ended up being about 40 girls.
I started talking to them about like the everyday women in their lives who are not celebrities or politicians or athletes and who don't have platforms, but you know, I just said like it's important for us to recognize these women and to give them a space. So then I said, you know, let's take some space up and just, if there's a woman in your life that has shaped you in any way or form, you know, just say their name out loud. And you know, I said, think about like the women who are street vendors in your community. Think about the women who are, you know, doing all the like hard labor work that, you know, bring even the food to your table and stuff, or just, yeah, like just these everyday women that just get looked over. And I think it was a really powerful moment when then girls started naming all of the girls in their lives, you know, and like, yeah, like the women who you know, are there, but just aren't like on this big platform. I think that was one of my favorite times. So much of what STARS strives to be is like a group or a community that just doesn't like to assume what the need is, but likes to ask what the need is. It was really different, like our approach entirely, right? Of like, we have these connections, let's go there, let's ask right away, like, well, you know better than us what is going on. And I think that was like the most eye-opening thing for me to like hear, you know, like how impactful COVID was on Black and brown youth, not just academically what they're catching up on, but like also, you know, emotionally what they're catching up on mentally. And just knowing that even Muir has this beautiful wellness center, which is where we met, and like the great staff there, getting to meet them as well, I think was really nice. You know, we're all about like affirming, equipping, and emboldening. So I think during our whole time there, that's really what Janet and I and Nadia were trying to do with the girls, and just like affirming them, like literally teaching them about affirmations and how to affirm other women, not just about physical traits, but just like, you know, internal, like beautiful things that make them who they are, and then equipping them, you know, giving them the tools to kind of get yourself back into a zone where you're comfortable. And then emboldening them, like letting them recognize like you have the tools that you need and the people around you who like love you and who are here to support you. So like not just Janet and I, but you know, the entire STARS community. And so like, how do we help you recognize what's already there and also just continue to connect you? Like all these girls know if they want to be a part of STARS, they are here, like we're their second family. For me, a dream would be to see more people who are willing to invest in what's already being done, and you know, continue to invest in the youth so that they're able to come back if they want to like reinvest.
So in response to the growing mental health crisis we've seen in our students and families here, STARS is launching the STARS Counseling Program this fall. We'll offer therapy to students and families here in this counseling center at Villa 500, which we are in the middle of renovating. And the office will be set up for in-person therapy and also for telehealth. So we have it set up so students and families can come in here to access telehealth services, or the therapist will provide the telehealth services here. And that's just one way to remove a potential barrier for accessing therapy. And then we also teamed up with the STARS After School Program staff so that we can provide social emotional groups on a weekly basis and also provide drop-in services. And then our eventual goal is to be able to provide school-based services to schools like Muir.